Now, Muhammad, we have our next guest on the show, who is Dr. Omar bin Saeed Al Abri, who is the program the programs department director at the Research Council. Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Omar.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, Hassan.
How are you today?
I'm fine, doing well. What about you?
Fine, alhamdulillah. Ramadan Kareem.
You too, same, inshallah.
It's nice to have you on the show, Dr. Omar.
Same to me, same on this side. Thank you for having me. It's a great pleasure to be with you and to get connected with the esteemed audience through your channel.
Alhamdulillah. Dr. Omar, as you know, we're going through difficult moments of the pandemic, and today we're talking about creativity and innovation. We wanted to ask you, Dr. Omar, the role of the Research Council in terms of ideas, creativity, coming up with solutions in the current situation.
Yes, great. So indeed, the Research Council is the government arm, which is really mandated to really foster the innovation and research into the country. But
yes.
Before we just getting into before the TRC is trying to capitalize or to build within the country, you just give me a chance to maybe quickly shed some light on what's happening on research, development, and innovation space.
Inshallah.
So I think what we are really witnessing and undergoing through these days is really a profound change and a transitioning, and we are really witnessing and innovative solutions that's really shaping the way we are living. As we all know, that we are used to go to the store to pick up what we need and bring it back home, and also ordering meals from restaurants and go and pick it up. And also, more importantly, we used to go every morning to the work to do the task, as also the task cannot be done except from the office. But
yes.
Now the whole thing is going to change. The whole equation has changed, and all the focus is centered around innovative and in-home services or solutions. And I think the role that research and innovation is playing is really incredible. And I think the whole life now is getting really disrupted in different ways. So indeed, the life is changing, and things I don't think will never be back like before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just talk or go back to your question about the role where the TRC is really trying to play or has been set to play within the ecosystem in the country.
Yes.
As I said, TRC is the government arm that's really mandated to really foster and cater all the support that needed to really bring innovation and uplift the local capability and capacity in terms of innovation, etc. So from day one, since the TRC has been established in 2005, the main focus, it was initially centered around building the capacity and bridging the gap, which was mainly centered around building the capability and the capacity, which is, I would really say with a proud today, and while we are witnessing all the effort that's really going on, that such long-term investment that is the government has put in by investing into the building the capacity, that the young mind is really start to pay back, and we really start to see some return on that investment. Where nowadays we see young minds, generations that are able to think, and also not only to think but also to act, try to provide solutions. I see generations that really try to or accept challenges and try to strive to find solutions for them. So we really start to see the investment that TRC start to put initially by establishing different programs to allow researchers, innovators across the different ages, starting from the young innovations programs at the schools all the way to the students in the first academic level, all the way to the graduation. So it is really it starts to pay back, and there are different programs that TRC has set from the early days to really enable people and empower them to do. But there are also some other activities that TRC has really established recently to really cope with the current requirement in terms of the pandemic that we are living with. So we have got recently a program, commissioned research program, that's really focused specifically on the COVID-19, where we have announced a call for proposals for researchers who are having ideas from both clinical and non-clinical, who are interested to submit proposals with innovative ideas to come up with a solution that address the COVID-19. And it has got really a good acceptance, where we have received and recently announced the last week that we have got around more than 440 pre-proposals or initial proposals. That is with solution that try to address the COVID-19 pandemic from different aspects, both clinical, stuff related to the logistics, supply chain, plenty of opportunities.
So there is a blessing, Dr. Omar, out of this calamity, that people are becoming creative, coming up with solutions, not just sitting idle waiting for someone to help us, but we are getting our own ideas out there so that we can help ourselves.
Indeed. We are really blessed, actually. As I said, we are in Oman. We are really blessed with the people who are really willing to really think and act. And as we said, this is really, I believe, the golden opportunity or a golden chance for those researchers and innovators and entrepreneurs who are really keen to make some changes. And today we are here in Oman that we are blessed with a huge support. We have the political will and support that we need. We have all the financial support, and also the public-private partnership that we are seeing nowadays, where all the companies from the industries are also partnering and supporting the government efforts into trying to find solutions. So it is really what we really see today is really happening, and it's really we are really blessed to really witness this moment here in Oman.
Dr. Omar, the vision of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq to support innovation and creativity in the country, how did that add to the activities of the Research Council?
No, indeed. You see, we in the Research Council and the research and development sector in Oman, we are really blessed. We blessed before with the vision and with the establishment of the Research Council, which is came through the direction of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos before, and recently with the speech and the support that is His Majesty Sultan Haytham has showed, and the support that is really going to be catered to really make sure that the research and development and innovation to really play a major role in the coming time in really achieving the aspiration of the country. We are really talking about developing a knowledge-based economy, and here really the research and development and innovation, it really plays a major role, where we can really transfer the knowledge back into monetary value. We will be able to develop solutions, etc. So such things is really, and the speech and the support that we are really getting from His Majesty Sultan Haytham is really a great support to really support the research activities and the development activities here in the country. And we are really keen to see forward some in-house developed solutions to really address the COVID-19 and really or beyond the COVID-19, because this is just we are hoping to be the start where we really see in-house developed solutions. We have witnessed over the past few weeks innovators and entrepreneurs start to really develop in-house solutions using cutting-edge technologies like the 3D printing, smart applications, things that can be used for tracking quarantine people, collecting data,
yes,
etc. So there are really quite interesting things we are witnessing, and we are really hoping to see these things really further flourish and nurture in the future.
Finally, Dr. Omar, are there any challenges when it comes to creativity and innovation industry?
And you see, indeed, anything that's really to come up with something new, there will be always challenges on the way. One of the main things is that we really can maybe highlight in terms of challenges is the really close collaboration or communication, the seamless communication between the three parties, between the government, the community who's doing the research, the researchers themselves, and ultimately the business domain, which will be deemed ultimately the deployment party for these technologies. So such seamless communication is very important, where we'll be able to focus the efforts of our researchers to address the needs that the government is demanding, or the business sector is looking for. So such seamless communication is really very important. What we really also is looking for is the belief, because as I said, research and innovation is not something like a short-term investment where you'll be putting up money today and tomorrow you will be getting. There are some cases which definitely this will be achieved, but innovation and research is a long-term investment where you will be able need to put money, build capacity, build capability, especially in a young country, I would say, like Oman. In Oman, we are still a young country, not like compared to other countries, which is has gone very far into this domain. Mm-hmm. But we are able, alhamdulillah, to achieve good outcomes with the political and the will support that we are getting from the government. So definitely, as I said, the partnership, it has to be there. The belief that's very important has to be there. The financial support also has to be catered in to really be able to get things achieved.
Your final message, Dr. Omar, to all the young, innovative minds out there, inshallah.
I really would like just to encourage them to really to best utilize this opportunity to really help the nation and help the country and pay back at least some of the things that the country has really helped in building onto them. As we know, the biggest asset that we do have in Oman is the young mind that we do have. So what I would really encourage them is to really capitalize. I would really like to encourage them to perform, but to perform with a purpose, to be really have a purpose in doing the activities. Also, I would like them to encourage them to think creatively and to work as a team. Definitely, the joint force and the teamwork is really very important in such time where we need to really join the forces to be able to achieve and leverage the outcome. Also, very important that I would like to really emphasize over here is about the knowledge sharing. It's very important that the young minds, as we have seen or have witnessed during this pandemic, that business is one thing, but when things it comes to the human life, many things has been really enabled and has been provided as an open source. So knowledge sharing is also a very important thing that we have to really keep it in mind and to keep developing on that. So these are the main things that I would like to really emphasize as the values that we have attained from this pandemic, that I would like to really the young generation to really keep it in mind and to work further on them.
Thank you very much, Dr. Omar bin Saeed Al Abri from the Research Council for your time and your advices, and I hope to hear from you soon, inshallah, Doctor. Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much, Hassan. Thank you very much, and it was really a great pleasure to be with you. And I would like to take the moment to raise the hands to Almighty Allah in this holy month to save Oman, the people of Oman, and the leader of Oman, inshallah.
Ameen.
And the final message is that I would like to also encourage people to comply with social distancing, to stay at home, to stay safe, and to stop the spread and to save the lives, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much, Doctor. Shukran.
Thank you, Hassan. Thank you very much.